Shemar Stewart signs rookie contract with Bengals. Details and implications. Shemar Stewart, the Cincinnati Bengals, have reached a deal with his agent, Zach Hiller, on his rookie contract. This is a significant milestone for the team, as the defensive end Shemar will sign a 4-year, fully guaranteed contract worth $18.97 billion, including a $10.4 million signing bonus. Hiller confirmed that the contract includes a more lucrative payout structure than previous picks, particularly for the new language placed in the rookie contracts. However, the agreement ends a long-standing saga involving the team's prior draft choices. The dispute over the language in the contract sparked controversy, raising questions about the impact of such clauses on player performance and financial outcomes. Despite this, the Bengals still have an outstanding contract situation for another player, and some players may face challenges during training camp. Bengals owner Mike Brown's bold stance on Shemar Stewart's contract. In a rare moment of unfiltered candor, Cincinnati Bengals owner Mike Brown pulled no punches when explaining why his team is digging in its heels during contract negotiations with prized rookie Shemar Stewart. At 89 years old, the same age his father was when he last spoke publicly about football matters, Brown remains the undisputed voice behind this historic NFL franchise. His annual media address came this week during the team's local outreach event, where he fielded questions about the ongoing contract standoff with the team's 2023 first-round draft pick. Let's cut through the noise. This isn't about dollars. Stewart's slotted rookie deal already promises $18,969,276 over 4 years, a standard financial structure for first-round picks. What's at stake is something far more nuanced. The 22-year-old linebacker wants his entire contract fully guaranteed up front, meaning he'd be entitled to every single penny, regardless of future performance or off-field missteps. The Bengals, however, are insisting on specific language that would allow them to void future guarantees if Stewart violates league policies or faces serious legal consequences. Brown's unapologetic stance has sparked heated debate. "We're not going to write checks to someone sitting in a cell," he declared during his rare interview. "If you break the law or violate NFL rules severely enough to warrant a suspension, the team shouldn't be on the hook for those payments." While some might applaud this approach as responsible fiscal guardianship, others argue it risks setting a dangerous precedent for player contracts moving forward. But here's where it gets controversial. Public opinion remains deeply divided. Supporters claim the clause is a reasonable risk mitigation measure, especially given the high-profile nature of athletes. Critics counter that such language puts undue financial pressure on players, effectively demanding perfection while protecting the franchise's interests first and foremost. Stewart's agent, Zach Hiller, likely heard Brown's comments and felt the negotiation ground shift. The Bengals' refusal to budge suggests this stalemate could extend into the regular season, a reality check for both parties. As we explored earlier, the timeline hinges on whether Stewart or the team blinks first. Will we see resolution before opening day, or could this become an ugly saga comparable to the 2021 Deshaun Watson holdout? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, Brown's blunt comments challenge us to confront uncomfortable truths about athlete contracts in today's NFL. Should franchises be able to rescind guaranteed money for off-field transgressions? Is this a justified protective measure or a power play that disadvantages players? Let's spark a conversation. Share your thoughts on whether the Bengals' approach aligns with fair business practices or crosses a line into punitive paternalism. Bengals and Shemar Stewart reach agreement on guaranteed 4-year contract. The long-awaited breakthrough finally arrived in Cincinnati, as the Bengals and their first-round draft pick Shemar Stewart have reached an agreement on his rookie contract, a fully guaranteed 4-year deal. This negotiation had been dragging on, creating uncertainty around Stewart's start with the team. But according to NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero, the dispute is now behind them. But here's where it gets interesting. This contract resolution didn't come without some back and forth. Stewart, the defensive end selected 17th overall in this year's draft, had skipped the crucial first week of training camp over disagreements on the guarantee terms in his contract. These clauses can significantly impact a player's financial security and the team's cap flexibility. Both sides ultimately made compromises to get Stewart on the field, as reported by NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. Stewart accepted the revised contractual language, while the Bengals agreed to pay an additional $500,000 of his signing bonus up front, accelerating money initially set for December payments. Cincinnati's decision to draft Stewart early signaled their intent to bolster a defense that had struggled previously, ranking 25th overall in 2024. Despite few major signings in free agency to strengthen the defensive squad, the hope was that Stewart would make an immediate impact. However, the contract dispute was a public and drawn-out hurdle. Stewart didn't participate in mandatory minicamps or organized team activities, OTAs, and openly expressed frustration about the stalemate, rare transparency that only fueled fan and media attention. The contract holdout caused Stewart to miss the entirety of off-season team activities, including minicamp, and prevented him from joining the team at training camp when it began on July 19th. This was highly unusual, considering first-round draft picks typically sign quickly and start practicing almost immediately after the draft. By mid-July, all other 31 first-rounders had signed their contracts smoothly, making Stewart's situation a glaring exception. Now, with the contract officially signed, Stewart has joined his teammates, although he's missed the first 3 practices. With the preseason starting on August 7th against the Philadelphia Eagles, Stewart will be pushing hard to catch up and prove why Cincinnati invested a prime draft pick in him. However, Cincinnati's defensive contract dramas aren't over. On another front, the team's reigning sack leader, Trey Hendrickson, is currently refusing to play without a new contract extension or being traded. Despite significant public attention and pressure as the regular season approaches, neither Hendrickson nor the Bengals appear willing to yield. This standoff poses another challenge for the Bengals management and coaching staff, and fans alike to keep an eye on. So here's the big question. With Stewart finally on board, but Hendrickson still holding out, how will these contract disputes affect the Bengals' defensive chemistry and performance in 2025? Are these financial battles merely business as usual in the NFL? Or do they signal deeper issues within team management and player relations? Drop your thoughts below. Do you think the Bengals can resolve these conflicts without hurting their season prospects? Or is this the start of bigger trouble on the horizon?